because they are the problem in our community.
Okay.
And that's why I'm here to try to get them correct.
Now, I'm gonna ask you again. Are you trolling? Are you trolling them?
I'm speaking the truth.
Go get you a white bitch then.
Okay. That's why there's so many single parents, because these women out here selling WAP, getting pregnant. The guy paid to come and go, not to be a father.
That's funny. Every race of women that has children with black men are single parents. I wonder why. Who's the common denominator in that shit?
Money is the common denominator.
No, I'm not. No.
They know what they doing.
Y'all not taking care of your kids.
They know what they doing, man.
Why all the other races
what do you mean?
Single mothers too? See, y'all nappy-headed children.
We're not worried about them. We're not worried about them.
No. Listen, I'm not gonna let you do that right there, because every man, I am a man, and every man would love to take care of his family.
I'm not talking to you, Marlon. I'm asking Stan. Answer the question.
What's the question?
Why is it that every other race of women that has children with black men are single mothers?
Did they marry before they carried?
Why?
If they didn't, that's the answer to your question.
Of course they didn't get married, stupid. But why is it that
then, so that's the problem.
Why is every race of women that have children with black men single mothers?
Because they opened their legs to a man who didn't see them as white material, and they were selling ass to them.
You know what, Marlon? You know what?
For real, he's right though.
No, he's not.
He's right.
You don't even understand the fucking question, Stan.
Oh, I'm sorry. Ask the question.
Why is it that every other race
other race
are single? I'm not talking to you, Marlon. What's wrong with you?
Okay, I'm sorry. I'll mute out.
Why is every other race of women that have children with black men single mothers?
Okay, you want the answer?
Yeah.
There's a two-part answer. One, they did not marry before they carry. Two, they opened their legs to men who wanted to come and go. Okay, for money.
Okay, so basically, you're saying black men come and go. You're down talking your own fucking gender. So that means y'all ain't shit, right?
No,
y'all
that's not what I said.
Y'all got no integrity.
That's not what I said.
No, that's what you're saying. Because that's not a valid fucking answer.
Can I say something real quick?
What he said, it made sense what he said.
Marlon, why do you keep on interrupting something that's not
I'm out.
Why you keep trying to shut a black man down because he agrees with the obvious?
Black ass down in a minute.
If every race of women who has babies with black men become single mothers, then who's the common fucking denominator?
Right.
There is a group of men out here who are not husband material, not father material. Stop opening your legs to them.
You fit right in that. Because anytime a woman divorces you in 6 months, nigga, then something's wrong with you.
Okay.
The common denominator is women choose to be with us. That's the common denominator.
That's the common. There you go.
Right.
That's the common denominator.
It sounds like everybody talking past each other. It sounds like everybody
very quiet. I've been very, very quiet the whole conversation. So when I
we don't want to make this a fight.
Seconds, I just want to jump.
There ain't gonna be no fight when these women understand what was being said.
We would say that.
Well, that's what we got to come to the understanding. We got to get the understanding of this whole shit.
The women that choose to deal with us, right? Whether they're white, black, Chinese, or Hispanic, they're ending up single mothers, right? So you could simply say that the common denominator is the women that choose to be with us, or you could say the common denominator is black men. Now, I could also do is throw around. Now, what we could also do is throw around
that whole is something else.
No group of women have more abortions on the planet than black American women.
That's a lie.
So an argument could be made.
No, that's
black
not a lie.
American women don't love their children.
Absolutely
right?
a lie.
Argument could be
not
made.
a lie, but that was put in place for a reason. Once again,
that's a
and it was put in place for a reason, and we killed it.
Again, I want y'all to
trying to keep the black population down.
I want you to go look at
the point I was trying to make before I was cut off was this, right? Again, these are the questions that go nowhere.
Stop cutting that black man off. Keep your mouth shut.
Back and forth.
We
can do that.
Keep your mouth shut. Let that black man talk.
Very entertaining, but absolutely none of it will ever lead to unity.
Stop talking over that black man.
Now, one thing I'm gonna give Light is Light does her work, and she does come up with the facts. She does go back and get this shit. So there is a reason for this shit though. It's not all the way the white man writes it down. There's a reason for
Y'all,
shit.
y'all cannot talk over. I can only hear one person at a time, man.
But we will never.
That woman should have been quiet.
Why? Because of
Light should have been quiet.
You talking over another brother right now.
Because of the arguments we make. And it's sad, but it's true. And that's why, again, I say the best thing you can do as a black person with the family is turn your back on all this shit. Save yourself. Because it's no saving these niggas.
Well, we can niggas don't want other people. Like
niggas love
it does put you in. It puts you in a position to want to do that. Because I was almost there at one point.
Niggas don't want to unite. Niggas love to fight.
Right. Right.
There's no hope for these.
That's why these women don't want to get on one accord with us.
Can I get it in? Can I get it in?
And that's what's hurting us the most.
Let me tell you something, Marlon. As a black woman, been black my whole life, got a black dad, uncles, brothers, cousins, and sons. I'll never turn my back on black men. Never.
Disrespect the black men when they're talking.
Beautiful to hear you say that. That's beautiful to hear you say that. Because we could get most of these.
I can't do it.
Watch your mouth when the black man's talking.
Steve,
stop interrupting them.
Come on, man. You trolling, you making a conversation go worse.
Shut the fuck up, Stan.
Right.
I was giving you some correction. There was a black man telling me
No. Here's my question for everybody. I have a quick question for everybody, right? As somebody who's just listening, and I just started giving input. Why can't two things be true at once? Why y'all gotta argue past each other and talk past each other? Why can't y'all both be right?
They can't.
Because the men on here are uncivilized. The men on here is uncivilized, and they don't like to listen to let people land their plane.
Some of them, and some women are. On both sides. You're right.
Jay,
there's no benefit in unity.
Jay, it can't.
The benefit is in the
Yo, she's talking.
Yeah, I'm talking too, though.
Jay, guess what, Jay?
And when I started talking, people fucking talk over.
No, you're right about that. You're right. I feel you on that. I do feel
you. 2 words the whole motherfucking time. She been screaming and yelling the whole time.
Being pointed at black women.
Again, it goes back to the point that there are some black women who can't be led.
It becomes a problem for me.
If you want to save your family,
I can't hear both of y'all, man.
These people. Period. Point blank.
Hey, y'all both come now and check it out. Systematically
in the black community.
Systematically, we are being
I can't hear you.
We don't realize it.
Who that? My dog Kenny talking? Who that? Who was that?
No, that's Marlon, man. Systematically, we are being divided, and we don't realize what's going on.
So
we're blaming it on each other, but it ain't got nothing to do with
us.
Marlon, it's not that we don't know what's going on.
And listening to it every day. I'm past blaming anybody else. We do this shit to us. We're the reason.
All right, so the brother that came in, he made a good point.
Nobody else
is that two things can be true at the same time when it comes to this whole the common denominator shit. Because if we wanted to take what Light said and the common denominator thing Cookie said was right, and then at the same time the women that are attracted to those type of men is also correct. That both of those things are correct because so the whole fact of the matter is what really is the if two things are the common denominator, then what really is the common denominator? I would say, and it's just my opinion,
boy gonna have fun
I would say that the common denominator is that for whatever reason,
gonna have fun on that.
The type of men that would leave their kids and abandon their kids and become leave children to be fatherless kids and make single mothers would be the most attractive men that women see because there's an abundance of them. So my question would be, what is it about these dudes that's so attractive to women that these are the main dudes that have kids?
But Timothy,
we be hitting the bottom when we hit it.
To that,
those are low value men.
Not only did some men walk away, some of them were taken away to the prison and incarcerated in death. So there's a whole bunch of nuances, right? Because let me tell you something. That my son. Listen, he died when my son was 8 years old. So somebody got to go on. Anybody who did it,
whine a little bit more.
Marlon, you got to go on mute.
My bad. Hold on.
Anybody who didn't know my situation, they would just look at me and put me in a statistic of being a young girl with a baby, right? But only people who knew my story would know that the man died. So there was a lot of that. There was a lot of death and incarceration that also played a part in this.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't just men walking away.
My point is,
and this goes back to the missing men in the 70s. Tom Life did a whole motherfucking a whole segment on this shit.
so
You
my
got
point
some
is, right,
that went
at
to
the end of the
Vietnam
day,
and never came back, and they weren't dead. They just stayed there. So you have
so
a
my point
lot
is, at the end of the day, right, niggas don't
oh
like
my
new
God.
shit. Niggas like excuses.
So you're not gonna let
right?
her finish what she said, right?
But goddamn, you know she never gonna end, Cookie.
It doesn't matter. She wasn't done yet. Kenny, don't do that.
I've never been done. I've been cut off every time I've spoken.
Kenny, let her.
And honestly, Cookie,
Okay, let her. Hold on
90%
now.
of the call,
Let T finish. Let T finish.
No.
Kenny's next.
I'll do that once people start telling T to let me finish.
Let him go ahead, because all he's gonna do is cry. Let him go ahead.
So again, let's be very clear. Let's be, and I'm short with it because I get right to the point.
You are not ever short.
The issue is niggas.
Never short.
Period, point blank. And by niggas, I don't mean men. I mean black people in general. So yes, I'm sure Light could give you an unbelievable breakdown of all the flaws to the black men. And you know what? I could tell you how black bitches is aborting more babies, right, than any other group of women in America, damn near the world, right? What's the point? How does any of that lead to unity?
Not by choice.
My point is nobody really wants unity, right? Like the attention, the money, even in terms of YouTube and followings and things being monetized, right? The grift is on the extremities, and there is no unity without being a moderate. So think about that shit when you listen to people's fucking arguments. Then that'll tell you if they actually want anything better for their community or not. I'll be completely honest with niggas. I see no hope. So I turn my back on all you niggas, right? Black men and black women and black babies. And I focus on me and mine. That's what I do. And then, so when niggas get to the point where they've healed just a little bit and there's some potential for progress and unity, yeah, I'm with it. But until then, niggas is done. The black family's done. Black men and black women hate each other.
No, they don't.
More than we love each other. That's what I feel.
Yeah, he's right a little bit. Like he's right in a little bit. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't hate
some people do it.
Let me tell you,
I don't hate black men.
No.
Marlon, that's not right because you see regular people getting together every day. Every day. See black people getting together every day. So that's not
but
right.
Then there comes.
Listen, let me say
something. There comes. Hold up.
Go ahead.
No, then there comes a fact of how much money you making. You know what I'm saying? How much can you bring to the table?
There you go.
And shit like that. With some women, if it ain't on that level of where they are in life, then they ain't fucking with you like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they might like to look good and
even if they got
and all that.
So Marlon, let me ask you a question.
Exactly.
Let me ask you a question, Marlon.
Yes, ma'am.
A few years back, it was you women want to struggle with these niggas. Now that women don't want to struggle with niggas no more, that's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a problem.
It was a big argument where men were arguing that women like struggle love. So now that women are saying, fuck that struggle love, nigga, what you got? Now that's a problem. So it's damn if you do, damn if you don't. Yeah, I just hold on. I want to go back to Jay. I want to go back to Jay's point. Jay, guess what? Two things can be right. Two things can be right at the same time. But where I have the problem is that the bulk of all of this shit is being put on the black woman's shoulders.
That's because y'all at fault.
Wow.
I ain't gonna say that, man. I ain't gonna say it's all their fault. It's not all their fault. It's really both of our faults. Go ahead.
No, I just want to say that since the men are considered to be the leader, it's really they're at the forefront of it. Now we know there's
thank you, Jay.
They're not following us.
They're I know, but at the same time, there's systematic things. Like every man ain't perfect. We're not going to act like the men perfect. We're not going to act like the women perfect. But there's systematic things that has drawn us apart from each other. And so I don't think that like black men and black women don't love each other or hate each other. I think that we're just like upset, angry.
We're divided.
We're divided and conquered. And
black women love the money over the man. Say that
I'm not done. I'm almost done. I'm almost done.
Black women love money over the man.
I'm almost done. I don't agree with that, and that's exactly what I was going to say. Is because I grew up in some cases. Well, once again, mind you, my stance is not one thing is true. My stance is that two or more things could be true, especially with dealing with black people. We're complex people with a complex history. So, I had both of my parents growing up, and one thing that they taught me, well, my father really taught me growing up, and when I started dating women, is that you don't argue with a woman about money, because money is it's supposed to be y'all two against the system, but the system the system created with the money puts y'all against each other, and it's not supposed to be like that. So I've never actually encountered a woman, because let's be honest, especially growing up. Now, I'm not saying this for all women, but there's a lot of women that will stick with you during your broke era, nigga, especially if she likes you. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
They like the money, not the man.
No, if she's with you during your broke era, if she's with you during your broke era, your struggle era, you don't have money to offer her. You have you to offer her. You have your personality, your future, your if she can look at you and see this nigga got hustle, he ain't gonna be down forever. I believe in this. I believe he can get up on his feet. Now that's what's supposed to happen. Say that's the case. No,
that's the only time they'll do it.
No. I don't know what hurts you got, brother, but that's my prime example. Like niggas talk out of, and women too, they talk out of being hurt rather than actual logic. Like these women just want the money.
They do want the money. They said
now the black community is definitely hurt. So when you ask who's, first of all, brother, the community is definitely hurt and hurt still. So when you
hold on, let the brother finish, because he's actually making some sense.
No, he is. I'm trying to tell whoever that is with the background and mute out for a second.
Like, I mean, like the black like women and men, they both speak out of just hurt. All these niggas ain't shit. All these bitches just want money.
That's
but
Darren.
And I just want to say once again that like it's not two things. I mean, it's not one thing that could be right. It's just multiple things that can be right. Where black people with complex history, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's just where I land the plane, because I don't want to talk forever, but I just want to put that out there. Like I feel like y'all are all right, to be honest. That's what I feel like as somebody outside looking, listening.
No, we all were not right. No.
Y'all are all right. Y'all are all right because two things. Yes, go ahead, Mom.
No, we're all speaking from our experiences, and that's cool, and it's understood. And like I said, the only way this is going to stop, if there's going to be any type of solution, we are going to have to put that bullshit to the side and say, you know what? We're going to stand in unity for one common cause, and that cause is for us to be left the frick alone, for us to be treated as civilized citizens in this country, or whatever the case be, or we just ain't going to do shit. Because if black people stop doing what they're doing right now, this fucking country would be in a fucking big debt. It would be fucked up. If every black person didn't go to work, didn't cut their lights on in their house in the morning, didn't use water, didn't do anything, the government would be like, what the fuck is going on here? Ain't nothing happening no more. Because everybody else ain't doing what we doing. We bring the energy and we bring whatever infrastructure to this country.
Now let me ask y'all another question.
It would be hard enough to have niggas go on a social media strike. I don't even think niggas could accomplish that, right? You talking about not go to work, not pay bills. I don't even think niggas could accomplish a successful social media strike. Niggas are in a convenient place. As bad as niggas like to say that the world is, niggas are convenient. Niggas are comfortable. Because if they weren't comfortable, they'd be willing to do something different. I'm at that point in my life where I'm like that Martin Luther King episode of the Boondocks.
Right.
Like, you niggas have nothing good coming. BET is the worst thing on television. I'm moving to Canada. That's what Martin told niggas when he came out that coma. You know what I mean? And that's kind of where I am with it right now. Like, I'm.
And the thing about it is, like, to address, to touch on everything that everybody been saying, it's like, because I don't recognize the other brother's voice. I don't know if I know who that was, but he's the one that was saying, okay, Jay, the one that was saying that everything we're saying is all correct. And that's where the problem lies, is that because since everything is correct, no one wants to sit back and look at the big picture. Because
and identify the problem.
When it comes to like the stuff like Marlon was saying, like if black people didn't pay their bills and all of that, the country would be fucked up. Well, the black people are functioning in the country, so that's not the issue. The issue with the black community is not them going to work and all of that. It's the community itself. We have, when I say we, I'm black.
Or the root.
We have absolutely gone hook, line, and sinker to all the social divide that's been perpetuated for us, both men and women. And social media, like what Kenny was saying, absolutely is a part of it. I just did 2 videos that show the influence of social media. One video I did was the man versus the bear revisited, when women were asked if they would rather be with a man or a bear in the woods, and women picked the bear, and then men came back with a satire. It was a satire at first, but then it became serious because the men started asking, saying, would you rather be stuck in the woods with a woman or a tree? And the man picked the tree, and they said it was a joke at first. And the more that I dug into it, I started seeing the real truth behind it. But the bottom line is that this divide between men and women has become so prevalent that men and women don't even see each other as partners. They see each other as liabilities. Both men and women look at this world now and say, I would rather do all of this shit by myself and struggle than to get with somebody. But while I'm doing it by myself and struggling, I'm gonna complain that that my partner is not being my partner. It's a hell of a mind fuck.
Brother Tim, the only thing that I would add is, before we can even get to the family, we have an identity crisis. Everybody don't even want to be black no more.
When Kenny gets done, let me respond to the brother who says something.
So I'm saying, like, responding to the family issue is secondary when we're not even united as a people. We don't even have rebuilding the black family as a general goal, because we're not even all black no more. Like, this shit, we don't even have, we have an identity crisis before we can even get to the family. We got to figure out who the fuck we are, what we want, who are our allies, and who ain't. And
we know these immigrants ain't our allies.
Yeah, most of the people.
Whenever you're ready. Matter of fact, I gotta go back and start this shit myself anyway. So
most of the people we make our enemies are us. We sit here and make us enemies. The FBA got beef with the tethers. The men got beef with the women. And it's all internal. Our problems are internal. I'm not blaming the white man for nothing in 2025 that he doesn't deserve blame for. Because the Yakubian devil is still a Yakubian devil. But what I'm saying is, I believe in what my people were enough to now look at where we are in 2025 and realize our shit is internal.
But you know what?
Fucked us up? They dug into our emotional setup, and that's where it's fucked up for men, because we're not supposed to be so in tune with the emotions. But yeah, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I just wanted to say that Kenny actually touched on it a little bit on the opposite spectrum. I just think that, once again, since our history is so complex and we so knee deep into the history, like a lot of our great grandmothers and grandmothers were, slaves or had a family that was just coming out of slavery. Like, the shit wasn't really that long ago, to be honest with you.
Right.
So when I think about, So when I think about the problems that we still have today. I see us, like people like us on the phone and our forefathers, Malcolm and everybody else, we're still considered a new generation that's trying to dig out hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years of oppression.
Mm-hmm.
So, I do think that, we want to get out of this hole, but we're being a little bit too hard on ourselves. And even though you can say like, hey, this is in 2025, I'm not blaming the white man for anything. While I agree, I also disagree because
I can't blame him for what he does, man. That's wrong.
Yeah, I blame him for what he does.
I'm in the middle of talking.
We're in this situation because of what happened. So go ahead.
Let him explain, y'all.
Simply because you can't like in gardening, you can't remove a weed out of a garden unless you pull it from the root. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And that man is the root. He's literally the root of the issue. Stemming, even when it comes to separating the black household, y'all know he's the root of that. When a woman come up, say it's about money now, it translated over to the streets, but he's the root of that. Kept a black man down, put a black woman up in the workplace and in the schooling. He's that. Now,
exactly.
So what I'm saying is that once again, more than two things can be true when it comes to dealing with our people. As long as we know what the root of the problem is, like the system, then we know, like, okay, this isn't us. This isn't the way that we operate. That's the system, and then you got to go about operating differently. And then I'll land my plane here because the brother mentioned identity, and I was going to ask a question earlier. I know everybody on the phone has different beliefs and different identities, but our conversations like this, humbly speaking, it solidifies the fact that, even if you don't want to call it Israelites, it solidifies the fact to me that we are God's chosen people. We're a special people because even if you don't want to call them, I'm gonna call them curses, but if you want to call them something else, that's cool. There's curses on our people that y'all are talking about that's written in the Bible. We'll have an evil eye to our brother. Bible? Excuse me, I'm in the middle of talking. We'll have an evil eye. We'll have an evil eye towards our brother. We'll leave the woman we make a child with. We won't be doing this. We'll be out on the street. Like, it's so detailed that it's literally everything that everybody said on the phone. And to me, that solidifies who we are as a people. And,
it solidifies the curse.
And solidifies the curse too.
It solidifies the curse, yes.
Yes.
And I always felt like that. I feel like, damn, man.
But that's a dangerous thing because the way I look at it, I look at that in the same way as like people look at the Willie Lynch letters, because the Willie Lynch letters weren't wrong at all. But people discredit them or whatever and whatnot. But the whole thing about it is that if you want to subscribe and like the Bible has more weight than the Willie Lynch letter because people actually look at that stuff from a deeper emotional, spiritual connection. So if the wrong people hear you say that, some people will hear that and say, well, this is how God ordained us to be. God wanted us to be fucked up, so we're gonna just be fucked up.
That's an excuse.
Right. It becomes an excuse.
That is nowhere near what I said. So that would be somebody playing games.
I'm not saying that's what you're saying.
He wasn't saying that's what you said.
Yeah, I didn't say that's what you meant. I said that's a dangerous thing to say because there are people that look at that book a certain way, and there are people that will interpret it that way to say, oh, well, God cursed us because of what Judah did in the story when he disobeyed or whatever such and such did thousands of years ago, and that's why we fucked it. So until God come back, then we gonna just be it makes it, you know what I'm saying? It's a dangerous way
to solidify the story.
Yeah. I think the problem is that what we don't look at Because we are all not the same bloodlines. This shit is the bloodline shit is for real. And this is why you got some people who resonate deeply with some things and others who don't. You know, as far as we don't know who we all are the same motherfuckers over here. We're not.
That's a fact.
We're not.
We're not. We're not the same. We're not. And until I think the biggest issue is until we recognize and understand tribalism, we'll never get there. That's why we fight war against each other, because we not all from the same fucking tribes.
Yep.
You're right.
And when you sit
You're
here,
right. You're exactly right.
When you try to teach motherfuckers the real history, instead of motherfuckers appealing to academic and scientific authority, you get called, the first thing is say, you don't want to be black. Motherfucker, because maybe black is a social construct that they put all of us under, but we're all not the same fucking people.
That's right.
We're not.
But see,
we're not, because like I was saying the other day, I know that I'm indigenous to America. My family are Indians, man. We're fucking Indians, man, and it can be proven. But you're right. We're not from the same shit. So we're not going to agree until we understand, in order for us to be free in this country, we have to stand together under one common cause. You may not like the cause, she may not like the cause, but the cause is the problem. So we have to stand for that. And if we don't, it ain't going to happen, bro.
Stay there.
See, but the reason I disagree with that and I would contest that is when you look at Asian people and you look at people south of the border, those people are absolutely
at the same time.
So this is where
those people stand together, bro. I don't care, Mexicans or whatever, they stand together.
But that's the point that I'm making is that no, not even just Mexicans. I'm talking about people from Nicaragua and all these different countries from south of the border. Asian people be Chinese, Japanese, Korean, and all of that.
They have a real tradition.
But hang on. They don't fuck with each other. But when they come here, they fuck with each other. So, that's my rebuttal. That's my rebuttal to what Light was just saying. Like us wanting to fight and be tribal over all of that shit. Okay, we different. Look, okay, cool. You can be whatever the fuck.
Asians don't fuck with each other nowhere.
But over here, we gotta stick together and work the system the same way. Because these other motherfuckers come from other countries, work together, build businesses, and build wealth.
Yeah,
we not doing that.
You know something I told these Africans, right?
But I'm gonna tell you something. They all don't fuck with each other, and you see that shit right here in New York. African tribal people from different places in Africa don't fuck with each other. The Asians don't fuck with each other unless are their people. They don't fuck with each other like that.
Right, but traditionally they have a tradition.
What I wanted to make was this, right?
I don't finish. This is the problem. We are trying to be all inclusive when we're not the same fucking people, bro. We're just not. And that is
but we have to realize.
Here's my point, right?
We have to realize that we're targeted under the system, and we're gonna have to come together.
The reason the white man was able to dominate us and the world, right, is because he was able.
Until we recognize what tribalism is, we can't do it.
Well, let me speak after she speaks again.
I've been talking, Kenny.
Brother.
I've been talking. You keep trying to interrupt me.
Okay, calm down. Like, go ahead, Kenny, spit your shit, man.
The point I was making, right, and this is something I said to an African. I said, yo, it's y'all fault that y'all gave birth to this bastard baby that is FBA, right, by bringing your tribalism here. Y'all made my people tribalism, right? Like when you looked at Black America, we were always pan. We were always an inclusive movement that believed if we all work together, right, we can all benefit each other. I personally believe tribalism is the problem. Even if you look at the continent, right, they can't create any mass like group, right? They can never have a NATO. Why? Because of the tribalism, right? White folk were able to see over their tribalism. White people, even in America, were tribalistic, right? They didn't let Italians and the Irish be white right out the gate. No, white was the tribe of white Anglo-Saxons, right?
Germanic tribes. I agree.
Right.
You cooking.
Eventually,
Well, now let them finish. Let them finish.
Hold on. I'm gonna land. Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Eventually, they got over that shit. They started working together and they dominate the earth.
Yep.
The tribalism is the problem. Flat out.
Well, I agree with you. Tribalism is the problem. You know why it's the problem? Because we don't understand it. If we understood it, then it wouldn't be a problem anymore. But when we trying to teach this shit, motherfuckers want to argue and say, oh, we all came from one place. No, the fuck we didn't. And that's why we don't understand tribalism. The problem is not tribalism, it's not understanding tribalism.
I will
say, back in,
go ahead.
Back in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, we kind of had this shit figured out because the whole community would rock together. Today, that's gone. Shit, the house itself don't even rock together no more. So we don't have that traditional community love that we used to have back in the day. Whereas if I did something down the street before I got home, my mom and dad knew what I did. And somebody gonna whoop my ass until I get home, and my mom and dad gonna whoop my ass when I get home. We don't have that no more. So we're far away from being in touch with each other.
Hold that right there. Put a pin in that, Marlon. When did that stop, Marlon?
Right.
When did that stop?
I would say it stopped in the 80s, 90s, around that time, right up in that time.
I would say
in the 70s, it was still strong. Yeah,
crack era. The crack era. Right. But nobody wants to actually look at that because 20, 30 years later, we still seeing the effects of that shit.
Can I say something really quick? Wait, Kenny, let me address you real quick, Brody. Let me say something.
Real quick. 1 cent. My argument is the Chinese went through the Opium Wars, right? And they number 2 on earth right now, getting ready to surpass America. At some point, we got to put the excuses to bed. Shit happened, but now it's time to move forward.
Yeah, all right. Let me say something really quick. Really quick. Because it's weird that even though there are who was speaking that? Was that Light?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, Light and Kenny, they're opposing each other, but it's weird because I agree, but I do slightly agree with Light more because this tribal is here's the thing, right? the white man in all these nations, whether they be Germanic, Poland, Russian, Great Britain, it doesn't matter. Spain, it doesn't matter. They have figured out a way to put their tribalism to the side for the sake of ruling the world. However,
and roll for the common cause. Exactly what I said we need to do.
To keep a people down for 100% facts. But here's the flip side of it. It's not sustainable. This is exactly why you have what we have today. Russia at war with Ukraine, Israel at war with this. It's simply because that it's like a family feud. That tribalism is not going to work forever. It's like in-house fight. It's a house like Martin. Yeah, like Martin said,
Malcolm, a house divided.
Yeah, man. Yeah, exactly. But even Martin, because he said, "I fear that I'm integrating my people inside this burning house."
Yeah.
This house is indeed burning. Yeah. It's slow burning, but it is burning as you see today. It's burning down. So and they're going to start turning their backs on each other too. So the same things that the black people have, quote unquote, black people have problems with inside of their communities, our communities amongst each other, they're going to have it in front of the world, but at a nation. Can you imagine that? Our problems expanded to the point where it's an actual nation against another nation, against another nation, against another nation. And then we'll be the ones left over to sweep and broom up this shit up when we come to a common
try to bring it back.
So, exactly.
This is the only thing I want to say real quick to your point about the tribes, right, on the white side. The one thing about them, they will argue internally, right? But if at any point, any group is about to succeed them or about to move past them, right, they will form like Voltron. All their internal issues go out the window to hold down a nigga.
That's right.
It's for the common cause. It's for the common cause, and the common cause is for them to have the power to run the world the way they want to. We don't see that.
But that's
try go the window when it comes to people
I
passing the group.
disagree with Kenny.
No, you didn't. You didn't fully disagree. No,
I said tribalism is the problem because we don't understand it.
Understand it. Yeah,
We
that's what you
don't
said.
understand it. If we understood it, then we would be able to put our differences aside. But
well,
and to build on that, because the difference between
but we had it though. We had it. 50s, 60s, and 70s. We had it.
Like you sound far. That's why these brothers is talking over you.
So the reason why we had it, we had it because back then, Marlon, contrary to what motherfuckers might want to believe, we knew who the fuck we really were back then.
Yeah.
We knew that. Yeah. We knew that. Listen, we knew that most of us knew that this was our land, right?
Exactly.
Most of us knew that. Then you had the ones that, well, okay, they came over, we mixed with them, so we all a family. Right now, you have a people here struggling to get their identity known. And then we got people that look like us telling us we're lying and we're making up shit because we don't want to be black. So why the fuck would somebody fuck with you?
You know,
why are you black?
The identity struggle is natural for our people with our history. I don't fault our people for trying to figure out who we are. That's natural.
Real quick though, bro.
Go ahead.
When I'm talking about the tribalism being a negative, because here's the reality. It didn't matter whether you were Gullah Geechee, whether you were indigenous, whether you were African descent. None of that mattered when we did great things. The only thing that matters is we were black, right? That's what mattered. When you look at everything great we did, from the Civil War all the way down to getting the Civil Rights Act passed and all these great moments in our history that we should be proud of, right? We did them under the banner of one thing. There was no tribalism. You was just black. I was willing to help you because you were black. That was it.
That's it.
That's not true though. Right. That's not historically true.
There is
that's not historically.
Well, in a way, like he's right. You know what I mean? I understand what you're saying, but he's right.
Even when you
look, hang on, y'all, real quick, if I may. So, what there is some truth to what he said just right now, and that was the point I was trying to make when I was saying earlier is that when they, you know, the other groups that come in, the Asians and all of that, they work the system and all of that. So, when people are going to the courts and all of this fighting for rights, they're fighting for rights for the people that are black. So black rights and black this and black. It's not saying the Hebrew Israelite rights or the Kemetic rights it's not saying because Native Americans already got rights, and the way that those laws are built, you got to prove that you them to have those laws apply to you.
Right.
So that's the point. Right. So that's the whole point, is that you got to have a banner that you stand under. Like Kenny was saying, when the Irish and the Italians first came over here, white people didn't let them be white, but they let them be white because they needed to influence. They had to, but they start letting them be white and identify as white to inflate their numbers, and those people understood that by being white, they got to benefit for the laws that were being made for white people. It didn't mean that they denounced their Irish heritage. It didn't mean that they denounced their Italian heritage. It's just you would go Italian restaurants, they in there talking Italian, got flags and shit up and pictures of motherfuckers and shit. But at the end of the day, when it comes to that census, they put white on that motherfucker because they get they understand the benefits that come with it. Now, black had negative connotations that came with it, and people been fighting for years and years and years to get to equal rights. But then when the equal rights come and you say I'm not black, well, that don't apply to you now.
No, see, where I say it's not historically accurate, because let me just touch on when he said the Gullah Geechee. The Gullah Geechee maintained their shit by not being involved in none of that shit.
You're
They
right.
weren't involved in none
Charleston
of
right
it.
here in Charleston, they don't fuck with that.
They
You're right.
never was involved in none of that shit. They kept their shit tribal affiliated, and that's why they are where they are today. So we have to understand that tribalism, because again, I'm gonna state, because we don't understand it, we're not moving in tribalism. This is why we all under one banner and everybody, and it's all fucked up because people really don't know who the fuck they are and don't want to know who the fuck they are. They understand
And what you just
us
said is the
keeping,
truth.
hold on. They understand us keeping these social constructed labels that they give us. They
Somebody
understand
got
when you
that
go back and
monster.
you read when you go back and read the black
Yeah,
codes,
that's me. I'll
when
turn
you
that
go
off. My
back
bad.
and read certain shit, it keeps us slaves in law. But I keep telling motherfuckers, study the law, and you will understand what the fuck is really going on. Now, motherfuckers want to stick to history books. But the law, the real history is in the law.
Well, you know what? What I will.
The main thing I'm delineating from is consciousness, right? I'm delineating from the past, right? Because it will give me a foggy view of my situation now, right? Whatever the book said, I'm a slave to no one, right? Like I can literally call my boss right now and tell him I quit. My ancestors couldn't do that. They couldn't drop the rake and walk off the plantation, right? So I don't play with these definitions because then I'm disrespecting my ancestors, right? I'm no slave. They fought hard so I wouldn't be a slave, right? So what I'm saying is the bottom line reality is we're talking about, if you're talking about understanding tribalism, my understanding of tribalism is it's a way of creating an identifier of a people, and it creates a lot of conflict with people who are not you. That's it. That is what is the benefit of groups like NATO, where yeah, the Germans ain't the French, and yeah, we got some bad blood between us, but you know what? 2025, we moving as a unit, knocking down anything in our way. And we will argue our shit when we in power. That's why you see an argument going on with MAGA right now. They're separating now. You got the people in MAGA that don't like all this Venezuelan shit. We was only talking about making America first. They wanted to be going to isolationism, right? So they're now pushing a America first movement that's outside of MAGA, right? So my point is they'll argue when they at the top, right? When they in power, right? You have a new classification for them North Africans that the Somalis and all of that. They're gonna start calling them niggas MENA, right? Middle Eastern North African. The reason being is because, in my opinion, who wants to be black when black folk don't even want to be black, right? White folk will ignore. Yeah, I'm a Slavic, but you know what? When it benefits, yeah, I'm black. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm white. I'm never gonna argue that. You get what I'm saying? We don't have black folk banging on black, so who would want to join that? You got Arabs coming
White people
from North
accept both,
Africa.
bro. They accept both, bro.
That's my point.
Yeah, they accept them both.
They're not banging on the white identifier, right?
Right.
Because
they're gonna say they white and they Slavic. They're gonna go back to Slavia on the summer times.
Come on, bro.
Thank you.
Come on, bro. You know what I mean?
Thank you, Jay. That's my point. Because even when you look at like motherfuckers really need to study Jim Crow. You look at the Jim Crow era, baby, it was a big separation with our people. See, motherfuckers wanna act like they know every fucking thing, but they ain't really study shit. It was a big separation. Because I could pull up motherfucking newspaper articles right now that'll show you in the middle of motherfucking Jim Crow, black motherfuckers is out there with their signs talking about, oh, we want to marry our white women. They didn't give a fuck about the black movement. They told women, you can't worry about being a woman last. So it was always separated. It wasn't no big kumbaya fucking y'all either.
Yep. So in terms of the 60s, right? I just want to point out two quick things, right? You clearly have two completely different groups. The Baptist, like even religiously, the Baptist Christian Conference and Malcolm and Martin and link up, shake hands, and smile. The reality was, I don't agree with how you're approaching the situation, but we all simply trying to do what's best for our people. We're not fighting each other. Even if you look at the split with the Black Panther Party, right? It was Panthers that was like, yo, y'all niggas ain't being radical enough, man. We need to blow some shit up. These over here like, nah, we need to focus on the laws and changing the legislation, right? All right, well, we're going to go over here, but we not fighting each other. You understand my point? Now, there have been other situations where that wasn't the case. I will point to Dubois and motherfucking Marcus Garvey. You get what I'm saying? They were attacking each other. Yeah, I mean, to a certain degree. They were attacking each other's doctrine hard body. That one side won. Shout out to the Boulay, card carrying Boulay member. That's the doctrine I subscribe to, that the talented 10th should be the one speaking. Everybody else should shut the fuck up and follow, right? But that's neither here nor there. You know what I mean? But what ended up happening was one side destroyed Marcus's movement, right? Now, when you weigh it all out, really, right? Who became the bigger, right, like, deity, nigga? Marcus Garvey. Most of our kids barely know who W.E.B. Du Bois is, to say, but they know Marcus Garvey.
Fucking traitor.
That's the reason why. Yeah, I mean,
he's a fucking traitor. He helped that bitch Margaret Sanger fucking help abort black babies, the ones that you was just complaining about. And you fucking put this nigga on a pedestal. Fuck him and his mulatto traitorous ass. And I'll say it to his face if he was alive.
So we gotta understand some shit, right?
W.E.B. Du Bois.
There are many cases in
W.E.B.
Black
Du Bois
history.
helped Margaret Sanger get 500 pastors together to promote abortion in the black community.
That's correct. Now, there are many cases.
I didn't know that.
Where
That's new info to me.
Nah, that's correct. Now, be
But then you want to talk about abortions. You want to talk about black bitches aborting black babies, but your hero was the one who helped make it happen. So please, you wanted them.
Let him know, T.
I never said Dubois was my hero, but let's move on.
Let
right?
him know,
always screaming his name like he your hero. Always.
I forgot the point I was going to make. Never mind.
You got to do better.
That double talking and the talking by the both sides of your neck don't work. That's the problem.
You got to do better, Kenny. You got to do better.
I ain't got to do better. I ain't got to do shit. I'm out the way. Don't count on me. I've turned my on all of them. I'm building my own
for the community.
I am the founding member of the ADA.
He said, "Don't count on me." That's hilarious.
The anti-brokenness.
That's the problem.
Founding member.
That's the problem.
Come with me.
It is. It's part of it. It's part of it.
When you got a woman like me that sat on his phone, when you got a woman like me that sat on his phone and said, "I'll never turn my back on black men," right? Nobody gives a fuck about that. That's not important.
Everybody gives a fuck about that.
That was a good word.
Some people would actually say you're better than me.
I have a cold.
Everybody would agree with that.
What's up, sis?
I need tending. I need tending too.
Nigga, read the quote.
I could never walk outside and turn my black on my people. And look at my people and turn my black on my people. That's crazy.
That's why I'm here putting in this work with y'all. That's why I come here.
Oh, shut up, Stan. All you do is come here and talk shit about me.
Okay, you come here because you like this. So you like the abuse, Boochie Cat. You know what you're doing.
Don't like the abuse.
You do like it. That's why you come here every day.
Like
the
y'all
one
would
thing
just
that when I'm
listen
being,
to me,
you know,
things would change.
inflammatory. The one thing that I left out when I'm being inflammatory by saying that I've turned my back on my people, the only other part that I don't say is, right, it's because I feel like my people are in mass going the wrong direction. So now I'm going in what I feel like is the right direction, and anyone who wants to come with me is welcome.
Are you going to help the white man at all?
I don't know though, but I see.
Let me put you on. Hold up, hold up, real quick, Light. Hey, yo, Stan, you know the grift I'm about to make? I'm about to teach white people that they are aboriginally African. Watch the money I get off this shit. Hear me out, right? Like I'm going to fuse Candace Owens and Tariq, right? The white man is aboriginally African. You are ingrained and you traveled out of Africa. You became your own people, right? Like I'm telling you,
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
they
have
already
these
go
niggas.
by that. They
I'm gonna
already
have
know
white
that.
people
That's what
wearing
they
kufis,
use.
my nigga. I'm
That's
about
what
to beat this
evolution
shit.
is about. That's the whole thing of evolution. They already think that. That's what they
Get
already
to the
go by.
bag.
Well,
If
just
everybody else
don't
grifting and
side with our
hustling,
enemy, man. Don't side. Like I can understand going your own way because most of us are going the wrong way, right? So, I mean, I practice something similar, but I am pro black. I understand that dealing with black people will stress you the fuck out, right? It really most people can't handle the stress of dealing with us. Okay. Not in a productive way. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, I'm trying to help. No, I can't. And we don't want
you
to
about
really
to make
follow
me
good
mad,
guidance.
Stan.
Huh?
I don't
You
see. I
about to
see our
make me
people.
mad,
I
Stan.
literally see our
Stan, how
people
can
trying
you
to
say
go in
you
the right
pro-black
direction.
if you're anti-black women in their
No, I'm
current
not
form?
anti-black women.
You hate
You
black
kind of
women,
are,
Stan.
bro.
You hate black women.
I'm
Like I
trying
don't know.
to
I
uplift
literally
black
see. Hold
women.
on, Stan. I literally see our people going in the right direction. I'm watching this whole
What's right?
drop your flag movement. I'm watching this shit grow.
I mean,
It started
there's a segment of us.
it started
Yes.
with a torso and now it's growing legs. I'm watching it grow. I'm
Yes.
right here in New York City watching the drop your flag movement grow.
What is that for flag movement? What is that?
It started here.
What is it?
What you mean a bunch of nothing?
What
It's
is it?
happening, Kenny, and it's
It's to stop
growing.
gang
What is
violence
it?
in
It's
New York.
growing.
It's
Explain
It's
to
what it
stop
growing.
gang
is.
violence. It's to
It's
Explain what's
stop gang
literally
growing.
violence in
growing.
New York City.
Oh my God. Can we learn what it is
It's
for
to
those who don't
stop
live in New
gang
York City?
violence. It is to stop gang
Stop
violence
gang violence. It's
in New
not
York
only
City.
happening in New York though.
Well,
It's
that's good.
growing legs. It's growing legs. It's literally
That's good.
growing.
That's good.
I'm watching this shit grow. I'm
Yeah.
keeping up.
You know, and don't get me twisted,
I hope
right?
it
Like I
grows.
definitely believe it's a good
What the
thing,
fuck
right?
is
But for me, hearing that, it's like seeing the retarded baby and now thinking somehow this is gonna get us to Harvard, right? Like if I have big dreams for my people, right? Like fixing the most destructive things about us isn't something to even like let the world know. That's just something we should just do the work, right? But I'm talking about making progress as a people, right?
You
And
fail in the community, Kenny. You fail in the community.
and I'm gonna land here. My
That's
personal right goal and priority in terms of Black Power is two things. One, get into the motherfucking bag, right? I think financial empowerment is going to fix 99.9% of our problems. But two, the probably most important, and why I can't even say 99.9%, I'm focused on rebuilding and strengthening the nuclear Black family. You get what I'm
Kenny,
saying?
you failed the
I realize
community.
you said what?
You failed the community.
I wouldn't say
Damn.
that.
Yes, you did.
How'd he fail?
So
You
here's the problem.
single-handedly
Here's the
stand,
problem. Here's
stay
the
in your
problem.
place. No one's talking to you.
Making
Kenny, you
mistakes, right?
single-handedly failed the community.
So you demonized me for making mistakes when I was young.
You
And
abandoned the Black
now,
woman.
listen to what I'm saying.
these same kids that's doing the same
Hold on,
thing.
slow down, slow
You
down, bro. Slow
abandoned
down.
the Black woman and the Black child, Kenny. You
How?
did. You
How?
But you
did.
demonize these
How?
same
Wait,
children
wait,
for
wait,
doing
wait.
the
Let me
same
talk.
thing you
Hold on,
did.
like, give me 2 seconds. Let me talk to Cookie
That's
real quick.
weird, though. How do
So
you not want
Cookie,
to be
how did
demonized
I
for teaching
abandon
about
the Black woman?
these
You
kids?
abandoned us. You abandoned us. You talk shit about us.
No.
You demonized the
No.
children. Yeah, you demonized the Black
No.
children.
I
All
don't
that stuff.
demonize the
Yes, you
babies.
do.
I
Yes, you
pity the
do. You
babies.
voted for Trump. All that shit. You
Yes.
failed us.
You voted for Trump?
Yes, he
Bruh.
failed the community.
So
Yeah,
so
I
let's
have to agree with
That's
that one
that's
then.
dick
He
hard
I'm
turned
now.
his
so
back on
glad
us.
you threw that
They
in
make
there,
Sam
right?
dick hard, boy.
I'm so glad you threw that in there, Cookie, because if I can get 2 seconds, I'd like to break that down, right?
Break it
Damn,
down.
bruh.
Break it down.
This will tell everybody everything they need to know about me, right?
Damn.
I believe that our people are sleeping giants. Like I've already said, the overwhelming majority of our problems are internal. I feel like our people are too fucking comfortable. You get what I'm saying? I don't feel like our people are as down bad as we try to pretend to the world that we are. Nah, niggas out here wearing Gucci, right? So after Obama, who I voted for twice, because I would have voted for a black man, even if he declared war on ham hocks. I would have still voted for him, right? There was such a beautiful economy, right, that nobody could fuck this up. Like, you could put a monkey in office and it's going to be a great 4 years, right? So now I'm looking internally at my people, and you niggas need to get uncomfortable, right? Now, the one thing I knew was nobody on earth would make niggas more uncomfortable than the Donald. I voted for him the first election. By the time the second election came around and that shit started to be cool to niggas, I knew, all right, now the arguments were coming goofy because y'all are acting like y'all believe in his ability to be a great business leader. Y'all are acting like y'all believe in his ability to actually make America great. Y'all are acting like y'all believe in his ability to accomplish any of these things he's talking about. When I voted for him, I ain't believe none of that. I was trying to fuck shit up, right?
Well, you accomplished that mission.
Yes, I did vote for him the first time to fuck shit up, and he accomplished everything that I wanted to see from him, from where my vote was coming from, right? In terms of making blacks more uncomfortable, exposing who white people are even more. He accomplished both my goals.
Well, he did that in his first term, though. You didn't have to vote for him again.
Here's the thing. So wait.
He didn't do that the first term. He gave niggas stimulus checks and niggas fell in love.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Wrap it up quick. By the end of the first term, COVID hitting hard. I've gone to niggas' funerals. This is a serious illness. All right. I can't have a goofy in office no more. We got to get this nigga the fuck out of here. One thing about Joe Biden, he may not be great for black folk, but he gonna save some lives.
He loves it.
I voted for Joe Biden, and he did a great job.
He was a racist too.
He did a great job squashing the COVID issue. You got to realize, I had the Donald, super goofy, ultra troll in office. He got white people all in the South where I'm at, walking around with no mask on, all of that, anti-vaxxers, all this bad information. I couldn't fuck with that shit no more. So now my vote had to get, so now my vote had to get serious again, right? So now I'm going with Fauci and Biden, with all the bullshit that comes with them. My primary issue right now is this fucking disease that I've gone to funerals for, right? This last election, I couldn't vote for neither one of these motherfuckers. I couldn't justify wasting my gas. But after one single year of this goofy nigga being president, I do regret not voting for Kamala. That's what we went through about 20 years voting history of voting for the president.
You'd have been in great. You would have failed either way. You voted for Kamala or Trump, so don't even worry about it. I mean, America.
I'm saying though now,
America
I'm
on
saying
the
with
path.
all the disruption this nigga done created now, nah, this nigga a problem, man. Pack this nigga up, get this nigga the fuck about it.
I feel like America is
now
on
he's
this
a problem. Look at that.
I feel like America is on this pathway.
Hold on, bro. Hey, yo, Cookie. Is there no room for me to reprieve my wrongs?
There's room for it, but it's room for it, but it's a little too late now because he's fucking y'all up.
That's what I was about to say. I think that niggas would have been. I haven't voted since Obama. I really don't.
Obama didn't do shit for black people either.
And I was very young. Excuse me. I was very young.
Down, old man.
I was very young when I voted for Obama. And I didn't vote off of his because I voted strictly because I thought that he was a black man. I was very young and I didn't vote before him. So that's the only reason why I voted for Obama. But I feel like America is on this pathway of no matter who you voted for, the nations, they're gonna keep pulling away from America, and we're on this decline path. No matter who's in order. So Trump, Kamala, whatever her fucking name, that Indian lady, the fake black. Y'all talk about Obama's a fake black, Kamala a fake black too. So it's just
worried about her being black?
Huh?
Me? Because she tried to pretend she was black.
I'll answer that, Cookie. I'll answer that for you. everybody of the black community was
I didn't ask
actually.
you that, Jay, but okay, you can. I didn't ask that, but go ahead. That wasn't
Oh,
me.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh,
No,
I'm
you're
sorry. I'm
fine.
sorry. But everybody was worried that was the thing, a first black woman. You know what I mean? And even Trump said in his shit, I don't know when she became a black woman. When I met her, she claimed Indian.
Yes, she
So
did. Indian
That
senator.
wasn't. I wasn't voting for her
First
because she was
Indian
black.
senator.
I could give a damn if she was black or purple or whatever the fuck. Her policies.
Can I just address something with the Kenny situation? What Kenny is saying?
Her policies.
Because what happened
I
was with
remember
Kenny.
that interview homie was talking about.
She said that she wasn't going to do anything for black people. She said that.
She said she wanted to give us $25,000 a piece to start business and
She
buy
said she
houses.
wasn't going to do anything specifically
man,
for
that's
black
the
people.
same black woman who locked Lil Kim up for not telling. She on the BET.
She did her
Go
job.
back
So you're
on
mad because she did her
BET.
job. People
Hold
say
up.
that, but don't
Go
look
back
into
on
the shit
BET
behind it.
and
Like
look.
that's
Go
what she
back on
did.
BET and look at her in the interview. That's the same. That's the lady who locked
We gonna
Lil Kim up.
regurgitate bullshit. And you're mad because she did her job. She was a prosecutor, so you're mad because she locked people up.
I'm not mad
That's
that she did
crazy.
her job, but she specifically said we're not playing none of that gangster black. She started going on that pathway. So that was her mindset rather than her doing her job. I'm never mad at anybody doing their job in the judicial system or the government. But when you start saying
did
little
you know
comments like,
that in
come on,
California
man.
that she initiated programs for black people, like specifically for black people, like even for the offenders, like her herself, like she implemented
You have the New England states now, right? New Hampshire, New York, and all that stuff.
Yep. New. Yep.
It was because it was new to their asses.
It's like
Wasn't
7 of them, 7 New England states over
So
there.
42 of the 43 presidents are 42 of the 43 presidents are bloodline descendants of King John Lackland. British, making them distant cousins to the British royal family.
So why do people vote? I don't understand. Why do they go on them poll lines to vote when they're selected?
They taught us that voting, because in the Constitution, we can actually dismantle the government. But they taught us that voting is the way to do it. This is what they teach us. And then when you get people saying, no, this is not what you do. This is how you do it. Now motherfuckers think you crazy. Because they
I vote because people died for my right to vote. And on top of that, I know there is a concerted effort to stop my vote, right? To make my vote not valid. So when I look at those things, I don't see this inherent non-value in the vote. I just see something different with the vote.
Well,
and then not even that. If you want to vote, don't vote for the president. You can vote for your Congress. Vote for your state reps and your senators. Or even down to the local level. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit does matter.
Local politics is the better way to go in terms of having immediate impact for the people around you.
Thank you for getting that motherfucking Mayor John, whatever the fuck his name is, because now he over there in Israel kissing the motherfucking Kabbalah. Talk about these motherfuckers are in your face showing you who the fuck they are.
Yep.
Let them know.
Let other people like Kamala or whether it was Hillary,
hold on,
they
I
sat there and told us
about the attacks. Because y'all know when she says you got that nigga in office, she's talking about me having campaigned for him to be Brooklyn Borough president. But I'm saying, like, what was the problem with black people putting a black man in office that they knew they could get elected?
You know what? All skin folk and kin folk, Kenny. And that's what I'm trying to explain to you.
I don't disagree with that.
He was never for the people.
So who is?
They got no now.
None of these motherfuckers. It ain't him, and we know it ain't Trump. And you supported Trump hard body.
Well,
you was giddy about Trump getting elected. You was just all over the moon. You talked a whole lot of shit about him. Now you saying that's why Cookie said what she said.
Well,
I remember that you was all in the chat talking that shit.
Thank you, Paula. Thank you.
I don't retract a single word I've ever said about the Donald. I don't retract a single word of it. Like I said earlier, right? My only reason for even voting for them. Oh, somebody's talking. I'll wait.
Y'all gonna have to work and go to school. I'm not playing.
What we gotta learn to do is we gotta learn to pick who we want as a people and rally behind that person. We can't just keep letting motherfuckers pop up out of nowhere talking about, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. We need to get together. We have to learn to get together, pick the people we want to represent us and hold them accountable.
Discernment, because I'm gonna tell you something. When that motherfucker came here when he came to Crotona Park in the Bronx, one of the places he called the hellhole, to campaign to be